really hope you join in. I caught those. Hi and welcome to my booktube. My name is Sam and I'll be talking to you about some books today. Now today and the rest of this month is a very special month as it is Pride month. So we got some queer reads to talk about. We got a Pride-a-thon, readathon thing to talk about. So today's video is going to be a June TBR, which is probably going to be the only TBR video that I do because I'm very much a mood reader, so I can never stick to TBRs. But this month I'm going to try my hardest because I am co-hosting a readathon, Pride-a-thon, with some lovely people on Instagram. I'll leave them all in the description. And we've created this bingo board. I'm not great at editing, so I'm just going to show you on my iPad. I'll hold it up close so you can get a better proper look. But it is on my Instagram if you want to check out my Instagram to get the whole bingo board saved on a highlight if you want to see it that way. But for now, if you're just watching this, there is on my iPad. And basically we have a bunch of Pride themed prompts, both books and just things to do. So we got like support queer creators on social media. We've got attend Pride events. We've got the works, also the book prompts. So I'm going to attempt to black out the board. I'm going to try and do a book for every prompt. Okay, I say that I'm going to cheat. I'm going to double up some books, so one book will probably be 2 prompts, but I'm still going to give it myself because I'm still reading the books. But I'm going to attempt to black out the board, and my plan that I have here, I have it completed, so I'll just get on with the video and talk about the books that I'm going to read. So the first prompt on the board is coming of age queer story. Now for this one I have The Sky Blues by Robbie Couch. Now if you watched my London vlog, and if you haven't, it's one of my favourites, go check it out. But I actually started this in that video and that was like a year or so ago, and I never finished it. So I thought this is the perfect opportunity to have the motivation to finish this book. Now this book follows a young boy in a town and basically he's out and he's openly gay, but he really wants to do this promposal for this other boy that is not out and not queer in any way that we know of. So he wants to do this promposal, so he starts to plan all this thing, and then his plan gets leaked and we have to go on the journey to find out who leaked this queer promposal situation. We don't have proposals in England, so this will be very interesting. The only other proposal I've read is in, I can't say it without spoiling, but it's in Leah on the Offbeat. So yeah, I'm excited to get back to this one and finishing it. I read 50 pages last time, so yeah, hopefully I'll enjoy it. Now the next prompt is more of a lifestyle prompt. Lifestyle is more of a life prompt, so support some queer creators on, well, some support queer creators on Instagram. You should be doing that all year round, but especially this month. I'm obviously going to do that, so that's an easy tick off. The next book that I have, sorry, I'm just flicking back and forth. The next book I have is a book written by, so a by author or a by main character. And for this one, I have Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. And this one will also double for the ace author / main character, because Alice Oseman herself is asexual, and then the main character, Francis, is bisexual in this book. And this is, I've started this book, I started it yesterday, and I've already made quite a dent in it. This book follows Francis and Alid from Heartstopper. Alid from Heartstopper, not Francis. And they have like this anonymous radio show. I don't really understand fully what the concept is supposed to be, but there's like this, they have this radio show about a distant futuristic sci-fi thing, and it's supposed to be anonymous, but then when Francis joins, her identity comes out, and then it all unravels from there. So we kind of follow this situation. I don't want to spoil anything, but that's the best I can do. It's very good. It does remind me of Girl Online, which I am going to talk about in a future YouTuber books video, but this feels like what Girl Online was trying to be, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is really good. It also could count for the non-romance prompt, but I didn't put it down for that. But now I've started to read it, it can count for the non-romance as well. Next on the board, I don't know if you can actually see the board because of the ring light, but maybe if I hold it closer, it'll be easier to see. But the next on the board is neurodivergent queer character, and for this one I have History Is All You Left Me by Adam Silvera. The main character of this one, who I think is called Griffin, has OCD, which is part of the neurodivergent spectrum. So I thought I would keep going with Adam Silvera. I can't say his name. Adam Silvera. I've read quite a few of his books, but I really want to like catch up. So this will be a good one. I have started this one, but it was ages ago. I don't remember that much apart from like a market and they were buying each other presents. That's all I remember. But this one will hopefully be good. And it's got a very pretty cover. The next prompt to finish off the top row is Rainbow on the Cover. Now, I struggled with this one. I literally went across my bookshelves looking for a rainbow on the cover, and one of the only ones I could find was a literal rainbow on the cover, Under the Rainbow. Now, this has not only a rainbow, but it also has the word rainbow on. So that counts as two. And this one I picked up in Waterstones, not knowing much about it, other than it's a bunch of queer activists moving to one of the most homophobic towns in either America or Canada. I can't remember which one. I think it must be America. But that just sounds so fun. Scary, but fun, and I can't wait to get to it. It's quite small, so hopefully I can speed through it like most of these books. Like, I have so many books. But this one sounds really good. It has a really pretty cover. There's the rainbow to prove it to you. So the next prompt on the board is trans main character, and for this one I have a book that I was really excited for when it came out, but then I actually never got around to, and that is Cemetery Boys, and I believe Christine from the Roomies Digest is also reading this one for the same prompt. So we're kind of twinning there, but yeah, I was really excited for this book when it first came out, and then never actually read it. So now I'm gonna right my mistake and do this, and I believe this one follows two brothers, Day of the Dead, Tradition Day, and they bring back, sorry, I haven't read the back of this one because I want to go into it knowing nothing, but they bring back kind of like an evil spirit and then have to get rid of it. I'm pretty sure that is what it is, and then obviously the main character is trans. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. So next on the board is a queer middle grade. For this one I chose Pet, which I have already started last month. Another one I started last month and never finished. But yeah, middle grade, queer. And this is also actually going to double up. This is going to double up for queer parents, because the parents in this, Bitter and Olul, I can't remember his name, but Bitter is, I think, bisexual. Don't quote me on that, but she has her own book now. I probably know this because I read it last month. But Bitter is the prequel, and she's the mother of Jam, and she is queer, so I'm counting that as queer parents. Next on the list we have Reread Your Favourite Queer Story. Now, this one I'm gonna show my basicness, but we have Heartstopper, but also by Alice Oseman. And if you don't know what this is about, like, where are you? Are you living under a rock? This one follows both Nick and Charlie, who are year 10 and year 11 in secondary school, and they fall in love. That's all you need to know, and it's so cute. It is a graphic novel. Actually, I probably shouldn't do that. Did I spoil anything? Okay, I didn't spoil anything. But here is Heartstopper, and it's tabbed, and it is beautiful, and it is everything. Also, this is going to double up. I told you there was going to be some doubles here. This is going to double up for queer age gap, because I don't really pay attention to characters' ages, and this is the only one I could think for that. Like, there's a year gap between them. That's my loophole for that. But Heartstopper is going to be fun. It should be one of my quickest reads. I already read it last month again. But yeah, also for this, watch Queer Adaptation, which is on the bottom column. I'm gonna rewatching Heartstopper on Netflix again, because I'm so basic. Oh, so the next one is one that I came up with. Queer Baddies, Morally Grey Queer Characters, and for this one I was specifically thinking about Vicious by V. Swab, but I read that the other month, so I couldn't use that for this, but if you're gonna take part, read Vicious for that one, okay? But for this one, I'm actually going to be reading Killing Eve, which is, as you can probably recognise, a TV show. But it's also a book. I didn't know it was based on books until I found these in the works. So I'm very excited to see how the show adapted this. I'm very curious to see how accurate the show was, how different the show is. And I've heard there's a different ending to the show and the book. So I'm excited for that because I wasn't that pleased with the show's ending. But hopefully this one will be better. This one is also going to double up for a book with the main character whose sexuality is different than yours. I'm not bisexual, so that's that one. And then attend a Pride event, which is the last one on that row. I'm probably going to go to a Pride event with my friends, so that's that row. So the next column, the third one down, is actually mostly filled up with the doubles that we talked about. We have Ace, main character or author, queer age gap, and book with the sexuality different than you, so they're all the repeats. And then obviously there's the free-for-all, which you can have. We're giving you that one, with this cute little rainbow in it. The only one that isn't filled in there is the polyamorous relationship, which I don't have any books for this one. So I'm actually going to cheat. I'm going to cheat, and I actually have a short story from Lady Midnight, which is Cassandra Clare, who is up there. From the Dark Artificers, there is a polyamorous relationship in that one, and there is a short story that I have not read about that relationship yet, so I'm going to read that one. It's not a full book, it's a short story, but I'm going to count it, and I won't tell you who it is because spoilers. But that's my little loophole around that one. So with that column over, that's 3 columns down. Let's move on to the fourth one. We have Shop Queer Small Biz. There's a queer-owned bookshop in, I'm not going to tell you where I live, but there's a queer-owned bookshop in the city where I go to university, so hopefully I'll get to go there. Then moving on, we have 2022 new queer release, and for this one, I'm going to be using Other People Manage by Ellen Hawley, which is one that I bought in my previous video, which is the Whitby vlog. If you haven't watched it, watch it after this one. But this one I didn't actually know was queer when I bought it, but I googled it, as you do, and it turns out it's queer, so that's fun. And this was released in 2022. It's about, I feel like I haven't been explaining these books. Killing Eve is about an international assassin and an MI5 operative who's following her. The MI5 operative is played by Sandra Oh, who we love, and the international assassin, Villanelle, is played by Jodie Comer, who we also love. There we go. This one follows 2 women in Minneapolis in the 1970s, and basically we follow their life. That's all I know about this book. And this one is also going to double up for a queer non-romance, because Google told me that this focuses more on the life than the romance. So I'm going to take Google's word. If it's not right, then I'll plug Radio Silence there. But we'll use this one for now, okay? So the next one is a queer graphic novel, and I was going to reuse Heartstopper, but I actually made a purchase, which is The Magic Fish, which follows a Vietnamese mother and son, and the son is gay and he's trying to come out to his mum, but he doesn't know the right words in Vietnamese to come out, so he expresses himself through these fairy tales, and the mother and son kind of bond over that. I have started this one today, and it's really cute. It's so cute. The art is really pretty, and I really recommend this one so far. And then we have a queer space travel. I'm going to read The Space Between Worlds, and look at that cover. That is cool. And it says 380 realities, 8 chances to survive. Now I'll explain what that means. This follows what's her name? Kara? This follows Kara, and she has the ability to travel the multiverse, but the rules are you can only travel to a multiverse where your counterpart has died. And Kara has died in a lot of these multiverses. Like, she is only alive in, I think it's 8. She's alive in 8 of them left, and her counterparts are slowly being murdered off suspiciously. So Kara has to kind of become a multiversal detective and find out who is killing her in all these multiverses. and she has to make sure she finds out before she is next. Now that sounds awesome. This is by Micaiah Johnson. And yeah, it's also really floppy, which I love. And it kind of has deckled edges, but not really. But like, they're cool. Now on to the last row. I'm going to be out of breath by the end of this. Last row we have Queer Parents, which we've talked about. And then we have a biohack Queer Read, which I'm going to be using All Boys Aren't Blue, which is written by George M. Johnson. This is also going to be my queer memoir read, and this one follows a queer activist talking about his experience and the community, I guess, and it is a memoir and I'm very excited for it. I've had it for a little while. I got it, I think, for my Christmas present. I got it with a voucher, and it's quite a short read, so hopefully again I can whiz through this one. But I'm so excited for this one. Like, look at the cover, and all the people that talk about this highly praise it, so I'm really hoping it is as good as they say. And yeah, I can't wait to read this one. Then we have Watch a Queer Adaptation. I told you already I'm going to be rewatching Heartstopper because I am basic and I love that show. It's so cute. Have you been watching the I think his name's Toby, who plays Isaac in the show? He has like these little Heartstopper vlogs and they're so cute. I love them. But yeah, I'm going to be rewatching Heartstopper as well as rereading. But also I'm going to be watching Umbrella Academy Season 3 on Netflix. If you haven't checked out the Umbrella Academy, it's amazing. Check it out. But in that one, we're going to have one of the main focuses of the story is going to be the transition of Vanya to Victor, who is Elliot Page, who recently transitioned. And the show is following that and making his character transition as well, which I think is amazing. And they even went back into the first 2 seasons and changed the credits to their new name. And that's just brilliant. I love that so much. So yeah, I'm going to also be watching Umbrella Academy, which obviously has the transition story. It also has Klaus, my favourite character. You can probably see him on my bookshelf, but maybe not, because it might be off frame. But he's over here, and I have a little Funko Pop of Klaus and Ben. He's pansexual, so we have him. And I'm just going to count that as a queer adaptation, because it is an adaptation of the comics. So I'm counting that. So the last prompt on the list is Queer Disability Rap, or Queer and Disability Rap. And this one I have Golden Boys by Phil Samper, who also wrote Gravity of Us, or The Gravity of Us, which I really enjoyed. So hopefully I'll love this one just as much. It has been in my previous videos, but quickly an explanation. We follow 4 boys who are all friends, all queer, and some of them are in relationships, and they are breaking up for the summer and they're all going on their different adventures, and we kind of follow them on that, but we also follow them when they come back, and we're going to see if they can reunite or like keep these friendships that they had, or whether the distance between them is going to drive them apart. And I actually believe this is going to be a duology, which is very interesting because this is a contemporary and you don't normally get duologies when it comes to contemporaries. So that'll be interesting, and I really, really hope I like this one as much as I like Gravity of Us. It has a beautiful cover again. One of the characters has anxiety, which is a disability that this book it has, to fill the prompt. I don't know if I mentioned that already, because I'm really trying to get this video done before my camera dies. So yeah, they're the books that I'm going to be reading for this Pride-a-thon. I really hope you join in. I caught those. These are all the books that I'm going to be reading for the Pride-a-thon. Whoops. Okay, I'm going to hold this for the last bit because my setup just kind of fell all over the floor. But they're the books that I'm going to be reading for this Pride-a-thon. I really hope you take part. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the screen. I really hope you take part. If you do, show us on Instagram. And yeah, this is going to be fun. So happy Pride Month. I hope you all have a brilliant month. Stay safe, be happy, be open if you can, and just enjoy and be proud of yourselves because you are amazing. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. Comment and tell me some queer recs that you have that you think I should check out. I think that's all I have to say. So I will let you go. Have a brilliant month. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.